What an exciting day. Isn't this awesome? Who's excited? Yes, I love it, I love it, I love it. We'd like to start our program now. I'm Jordan Sinkfield of the Museum Experience team. We have just a few brief remarks before we invite some very important people into the museum today. The kids, who's excited? Let me hear it one more time. To get us started, here's our museum president, Dianne Krizan. Can we get a warm welcome, please? Awesome.
Hello, everyone. We are so glad you are here celebrating with us today. Let me officially welcome you to the Bigger, Better, and Bolder Minnesota Children's Museum. Today marks the start of a new era for Minnesota Children's Museum. Yes, it's true, we've been at this location since 1995. And it's true that we've welcomed more than 7 million visitors to this location since then. But in just a few minutes, you'll be entering an entirely new museum. As one reviewer aptly noted, this is not just a cosmetic makeover. This is a complete reinvention. It's been an amazing journey. We began planning more than 6 years ago. That's when we gathered for our first visioning session with big dreams and blank sheets of paper. Soon, architect Tom Meyer was sketching an addition to the front of the building. So as I was saying, the addition looked like it housed a new version of our old ant maze, only this time it was 4 stories high. And I kid you not, Tom, you literally showed us this black and white retro photo of a glass ant farm and proclaimed, this is how he interpreted our vision. We wanted to make the fun visible from the outside. We wanted this building to proclaim, this is where families play. And as you can see, we have done just that. From the beginning, we set out to reimagine everything about the museum. We wanted our space to be more convenient and comfortable. Our old building had a few, let's say, shortcomings. Now we've added a cafe, moved the box office, added another elevator, added more bathrooms, and added more seating. We wanted to make our spaces more dynamic and allow for ongoing change. Our 10 new exhibits can and will change over time. We wanted to age up by creating experiences that appeal to older children and intentionally invite grown-ups into the play. Already, during our sneak peek days, we heard from a mom who was hesitant to bring her older son to the new museum, thinking it wasn't going to be for him. They gave it a shot, and she and her son had so much fun, they wound up buying a membership. And finally, we wanted to evolve how we designed the play, creating experiences that maximize children's learning and growth. Today, you'll see what we call powerful play in action. Play that is open-ended and self-directed, where children take the lead, unleash their imaginations, and explore freely. This is play as it's meant to be. Natural, joyous, genuine. No one succeeds on a journey of any real length without help. This project has been through a lot of twists and turns. We've encountered challenges that have really tested our creativity, persistence, and sometimes our patience. The scramble. We overcame every obstacle with the unwavering support and passion of our visitors, our donors, our project partners, and our staff. We would not be here today without the support of so many in our Room to Play Capital campaign. This was a phenomenal public and private partnership, including the state of Minnesota, the city of St. Paul, Target, 3M, Best Buy, and more than 350 of our community's corporations, foundations, and individuals. Let's give a huge round of applause to the incredible supporters who contributed $30 million to make the vision a reality. I'd also like to thank our grand opening sponsors who are supporting all of the great activities as we celebrate this milestone. Thank you, Target, as the presenting sponsor, and all the sponsors listed on the banner. I'd like to recognize our outstanding project partners for the quality of their work and their tireless commitment. From the beginning, they have been true partners, treating this project as far more than just another job. Our exceptional project partners include architect MSR Design, construction firm J.E. Dunn, our owner's rep, Tegra Group, exhibit design partner, Gyroscope, exhibit fabricators, Kidzibits and V-Star Entertainment Group, and our cafe and retail partner, Lancer Hospitality. Yes, thank you all for your incredible work. I want to thank the board members who have been involved in this project for the past 6 years, and all of our board members over the past 35 years. You have been stewards of the museum's mission and instrumental in the growth of this amazing community asset, from its start in Minneapolis to the creation of this beautiful space we are celebrating today. Thank you. I'd like to give a shout out to the museum staff. We have been through so much together. It has been a real team effort. From our learning innovation team who led the creation of 10 new exhibits, our visitor experiences team who helped our visitors navigate their play around the construction, and to all the administrative staff who have supported this complex project in countless ways. Thank you so much. Finally, I'd like to thank our members and visitors for their patience through construction and closure. It has been heartwarming to read early reviews that said it was worth the wait. So, here we are in a brand new museum. We've created more room for families to play, explore, and learn together like never before. We changed our exhibits, but not our mission. We're as committed as ever to sparking children's learning through play. Thank you. Now, I'd like to introduce Representative Alice Hausman. The state of Minnesota invested $14 million in this project. The scope of the vision clearly would not have been possible without the state's investment. Representative Hausman chaired the Capital Investment Committee and is a big champion for kids and learning. Here's Representative Hausman.
I have the good fortune to live in St. Paul, and so was privileged to be part of this, but I want to call out especially a legislator from another part of the state who's also been a partner, Representative Torkelson, if you just wave so they identify you. We spoke earlier, and he remembers his visit to this place and remembers the way it originally looked, and so we're all celebrating this today. When you do capital investment, you're invited to lots of groundbreakings and ribbon cuttings. But some of them stand out. And what I remember is coming to what was going to be the groundbreaking of this project, but actually it was dubbed the ground shaking. you can imagine there was some creativity as the children gathered to be part of that very creative, groundbreaking event called Ground Shaking. The coincidence of this facility coming to fruition just at the point when academics, both K-12 and higher ed, are understanding the power of play. And there's beginning to be academic work around it, there's research around it. It's not frivolous, it's part of learning. And that's what we're going to see in this building. We celebrate today a building, but we've also, Dianne has already recognized staff, we have to acknowledge that this doesn't happen without amazing leadership that guides us through. And I think to be celebrating that as well. Yes, you can applaud. A complicated project like this has lots of dips and turns, and she negotiated us through all of those, and now we celebrate this wonderful event. I'm also going to loop her into our state's conversation about the power of play. I talked to her already about that yesterday to say how can we have a broader conversation about that. Schools are beginning to realize that by saying maybe we need 30-minute recess for some of those kids. So I think this building and its program and its vision is part of that broader conversation, and we celebrate that as well today. Thank you all for being here.
Thank you. I'd also like to acknowledge the tremendous support of Governor Mark Dayton. Many of you know that Governor Dayton served on our very first board of directors, and he remains a friend of the museum. In fact, Governor Dayton just signed a special proclamation congratulating us on our new museum. And in the proclamation, the state of Minnesota joins us in a very important movement, getting families to play more and to stand up for play. One easy way for you all to participate is to take time out to play, take a photo or video, and share it on social media with the hashtag #PlayMoreMN. Thank you, Governor Dayton, for declaring today Stand Up for Play Day in Minnesota. Now I'd like to introduce Mayor Chris Coleman. The City of St. Paul committed more than $1 million to this project. We are proud to be a part of the vitality in our capital city. And Mayor Coleman himself has helped us to champion the importance of play in our community. Here he is, Mayor Coleman.
Thanks, Dianne, and thank you for your incredible leadership. Representative Hausman, Representative Torkelson, thank you so much for your leadership and support of this incredible organization. Also, our City Council that stood steadfastly with this project. Councilmember Di Tao is here. Council President Russ Stark is here. I know a couple of others were trying to join us, but I didn't see them. So former Council member Pat Harris, who's been just a tremendous supporter of the museum, is here. Just want to thank you so much for this. I come at this from a couple different perspectives. First of all, as a father, who one of the saddest moments in the life of my children was when the day we gave up our family membership at the Children's Museum, thinking that our kids were too old to enjoy this, and realizing later on, no, they actually weren't too old, or at least we weren't too old. We would have enjoyed it. I still have so many of those paper coins that you pressed, and you can't quite get rid of all of them. We find them in all the odd places around our house. But this museum was such an important place for our family, and the opportunity for us to interact with our children and to see our children grow through all the exhibits of this museum was just wonderful. But I also come at it from the perspective that Representative Hausman talked about, which is as someone who does understand the importance of play, who understands the social emotional learning that occurs when children are engaged in activities that they will do here, how they will explore and gain confidence. I mean, I think about a child that goes to that slide for the first time with trepidation and intimidated by it, and how quickly their confidence will grow. And then they will teach the littler kids, all of a sudden the 4-year-olds will be teaching the 3-year-olds, and that is what play is all about, and how they learn and grow as a result of that. But I also come at it from the perspective of the mayor who wants to increasingly see vitality in our community. And when I think about what's happening here on Wabasha Avenue alone, from McNally Smith and the incredible musicians that are coming out of there, to on the other side, a new restaurant opening up across from City Hall. You have the Macy's building that's being reclaimed, a practice facility for the Wild, new office space, a new brew pub when the kids get a little older. And parents, remember, you have to be in the museum with the children. You can't sneak over to the brew pub while they're playing. We want you here working with the kids. But the Palace Theater. All of a sudden, this district that has been maybe not as vital as other parts of the downtown area, becomes the heart and soul of the entertainment district, and the Children's Museum is the anchor to all of that work. I remember long before I even became a part of the city council in the early 90s when Jim Scheibel was the mayor, they had a study that said that downtown St. Paul has to be a destination for entertainment, for families and for adults, for people of all ages, and that dream is really coming to fruition, and you're seeing that here. This facility is so amazing. It is so beautiful. I want to thank all the partners that have made this possible, for the future generations of families that will come here, whose children will grow and thrive here, who will then bring their families down here later on. It is a tremendous day. I'm a few years, I think, away, as far as I know, from being a grandparent who's bringing their kids here, but I know that sometime very soon I'll know the thrill of being a grandparent that gets to bring their children down here, and I'm very excited for those days. Congratulations, Dianne, to your entire team, to all of our funders, and to all of those that understand the mission of this organization and how incredibly important it is for the future generations in the state of Minnesota. Congratulations.
On the count of three, we'll count down together. 3, 2, 1. All right. Kids, you are now free to explore the museum. Alrighty, have fun today, guys.